spirituals emanated from the heart of the antebellum Negro slave as forceful outflowings of religious passion. It is not known exactly when these powerful songs began to spring forth. However, history confirms the use of these songs as the music of the pre-Civil War invisible church. The spiritual music form developed as an integral part of worship in these invisible churches. In the pre-literate era of slavery, the fuel of the invisible church was the musical expression constantly fed by the oral tradition. From the beginning of religion, expressions among slaves, preaching on the part of the leader was important. This preaching consisted of singing sacred songs, which has come to be known as the spirituals. These songs, variously called Negro spirituals, jubilee, folk songs, shout songs, minstrel songs, and religious songs, are most commonly known as Negro spiritual. Because of the deep religious feeling they expressed, many of these spirituals were influenced by the surrounding conditions in which the slaves lived. These conditions were negative and degrading, to say the least. Yet, miraculously, a body of approximately 6,000 independent spirituals exists today. Melodies that were, from the most part, handed down from generation to generation. The spirituals which speak of life and death, suffering and sorrow, love and judgment, grace and hope, justice and mercy were born out of this tradition. They are the songs of a people weary at heart. The Negro spirituals are the songs of an unhappy people, and yet they are the most beautiful expression of human experience born this side of the seas. The major spirituals, as originated in America, tales of exile and trouble, of strife and hiding. They groped some unseen power and sigh for rest in the end. Out of the reservoir of Negro spirituals were created the freedom songs of the non-violent demonstrations for social justice and human dignity. It is difficult for anyone to deny that the spiritual is the foundation of black music in this country. And oh, what a foundation of black music it is. These songs of the soul and of the soil have enriched American music and the music of the world. Spirituals are the articulate message of an oppressed people. They are the music of a captive people who use this awful expression to embrace the virtues of Christianity: patience, love, freedom, faith, and hope. The slaves were not simply singing a song, they were expressing a point of view.
I want you to go back with us tonight as we look at the Negro spiritual. And I want you to think about a people that were brought over here in chains and in slavery. A people who had a hard time, who were taken, just rooted up from their homeland and brought to a strange place. Or people who, many of them, died on the way over here. And then when they got here, even though where they came from, they were kings and queens and men and women who had livings and who had children and had families. but they came over here and they became treated like animals. And I want you to think about where you are tonight and how as you've gone through your Christian life and how you find yourself in a time of sorrow or you find yourself in a time of joy and you find yourself singing. If you were happy, it was a song that was a happy song, a joyous song. But if you were sorrowful, if it was something weighed heavy on your heart, then it was a mournful song. And as we sing these songs tonight, I want you to think about people like Harriet Tubman, how she was taking slaves from the South and taking them to the North, to the, quote, promised land, of people who knew the Lord because they knew about Moses. And can you imagine her? She had children with her. She had men with her. She had women with her. And they were weary along the way. They were tired. They wanted to get up. But can you imagine her telling them, hold on just a little while longer. Fight on just a little while longer. Pray on just a little while longer. Everything is going to be all right. We think about people like Nat Turner who staged a slave revolt because he didn't want to be a slave anymore. He wanted to be a man. And yes, he was violent in his revolt. Yes, he killed a lot of people. But can you imagine that him saying, freedom, oh freedom, before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Can you imagine different slaves that heard about what happened with Nat Turner and they wanted to be free too, and they rather die than be a slave? Can you imagine the Emancipation Proclamation? Although it was a paper and although we know by history that what happened, it was just a piece of paper and it was just a formality. Most of the people didn't acknowledge it. But can you imagine how the slaves felt? Can you imagine them saying, great day, the righteous marching, great day. God's going to build up Zion's wall. God's going to build up Zion's wall. Everything is going to be all right. And we look at us today. When we're sad, what do? We sing a song. When we're happy, what do? We sing a song. Songs have a meaning, brothers and sisters. And I admonish you, I exhort each of you, as you sing songs, as you hum, as you mourn, think about what you're singing. Thinking about what you're meditating on, the words that you have, the songs that you sing. They are powerful. But if it's just a tune to you, it won't do anything for you. So as we go back and we share these spirituals tonight, we want you to come into where we are. Come into where we are. Amen. Hold on. Everything's going to be all right.
A little